So hi, everybody. Hi. Let me hear you. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to a very, very special evening. It's the reading for our fall Urban Possibilities Writers Group at the Los Angeles Mission. This is an exclusive, one-night only event, and you are our VIP guests. I'm Yvette Jones-Johnson, and I'm the founder of Urban Possibilities, along with my husband, Craig Johnson, who you'll see running around with a camera. Craig and I are both products of the inner city, and we created Urban Possibilities because we believe there is a sea of untapped potential in places like Skid Row. Our mission is to unleash it student by student to help our communities, our city, and our souls. We are all waiting for what you have to offer, because the greatest thing you can do for the world is to make the most out of your life. The human spirit is astonishing, and no matter who you are or where you've been or what you've been through, there is unlimited potential inside of you and talent waiting to be freed. Anybody in here been through tough times before? Well, I'd like you to consider that it is our toughest times that give us our biggest gifts. The hard to get kind of gifts, like resilience and fortitude and strength. And those are powerful tools to fuel a life. The students taking the stage tonight, they know all about that. They are a group of truly, truly remarkable people. They've worked hard, they've faced their fears, they've overcome that voice in their head that says, I can't. And they are courageously taking the stage tonight with their hearts wide open. And that's not an easy thing to do, but they are committed to do it because they want to give you an amazing gift tonight. And I think that's something to celebrate. Now, if your heart is open too, there's something special that happens. When you see something amazing in someone else, it touches what's amazing in you. And that's the kind of experience we want you to have tonight. Are you interested in that kind of experience? Okay, so then we're going to prepare for it. So I want you to repeat after me. My heart is open, and I am ready to receive my gift. All right, say it like you mean it. My heart is open, and I am ready to receive my gift. The class that they have been through, and our Urban Possibilities classes, have two parts. Part one are lessons in success. We call it the Urban Possibilities Toolkit because you can turn your pain into power if you have the right tools. We learn lessons like releasing your negative story, like you become what you believe, and that you have gifts inside that you have gained through struggle, and we help you take hold of those gifts and express them and put them to work. Part two is the creative writing portion of the class, because we want those lessons to get way down deep into our students, and writing helps us do that. It also helps our students learn new skills, grab hold of their talent, and express the beauty that they are. And there is no one who teaches creative writing better than the Urban Possibilities writing instructor, Dorothy Randall Gray. She is the author of 7 books. She teaches writing around the world, and she has the uncanny ability and the skill to go inside and unleash the writer that lives in all of us. So, are your hearts open now? Are you ready to meet a group of incredibly talented people? Now, when they come out here with love, are you ready to give it back? So I want to bring Dorothy to the stage. Dorothy. And I want you to know that incredible gift that they have worked months to give you, that incredible gift starts right now.
I cannot tell you how proud I am of all of my students, past and present, and how happy they make me. I dedicated this poem to them. I was recently in New York at a time when Hurricane Sandy was also visiting. And being there inspired me to think about and write about how that relates to my beloved students. This is called Sandy in the Streets, and it's dedicated to Giovanni, Alejandra, Larry, Mamie, Daryl, Nathaniel, Dolores, David G, Badonna, David K, Christian, Tony, Dimson, George, and Kiana. Hurricane Sandy, New York City drowning in debris, Wall Street hit by walls of waves, hopes washed away, houses burned to bits. Seaside roller coaster rode out to sea, no power, no gas, no food, no way to make life move again. Here in the streets of LA, hurricanes with no names roamed the streets of these souls, dragging dreams out to sea, burning through lives that were until they weren't. Then they picked through cinders of themselves and found that what was left was precious. They wrote through the fear and the pain, through the walls and the waves, backstroke, doggy paddle, crawled, head above water, stroke by stroke, story by story, they swam to shore with outstretched hands and willing hearts and power in their pens. They wrote themselves down to stand upright again. And like the moon, they moved their own tides, salvaged dreams from debris, and moved life forward once more. And shouted out to all the hurricanes in the street, "Hey, Sandy, I'm still here. Hey, Sandy, I'm still here. Sandy, I'm still here." And now, please welcome our fall 2012 Urban Possibilities writers.
Good evening. My name is Kiana Williams, and the title of my piece is Amazing. I've held on. Turmoil, strife, and inconceivable hurt. Kick me when I'm down, I'll get back up. Perfection is out of my reach, but I'm still struggling, pushing for that shot at attaining my goal. I must hold on. Break me down, tear me up piece by piece by piece. Shatter me into a million shards of tainted glass, but I won't be broken for long. My spirit is too strong, my heart too full of love. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved, and you will not get the best of me, because the best has yet to come. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's That One Poet, and my title is Hero. I don't want to be a superhero, nor do I care to be idolized. I just want to be somebody in my children's eyes. All right, okay. Sorry about that, folks. I don't want to be a superhero, nor do I care to be idolized. I just want to be somebody in my children's eyes. Though life has been kind of hard for me, I've always been a part of my kids' life. But the one thing they have never seen is their daddy rise. I just want them to see some good in me, for they inspire me to become a better person, and I thrive to create a new and improved me. A better me they can look up to and be proud to say, that's my daddy. So I dedicate this piece to you, my offspring, the two most important things to me. I thank God for giving you life, which inspires me to be the best that I can be. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Christian Laughlin, and my piece is entitled The Class. Open your eyes. Today is a new day. Reaching inside to gather more information, I speak my mind as it takes away my fear. It's a lesson learned holding it in, but it doesn't have to conflict with who I am. So say things, become what you believe. Be serious, be humble. Just reach for it. Gifted you are. So right, you amazing people. Thank you.
I'm a Restriction George Warner, and the title of my piece is called Time. Why does today seem to be standing still? But in a blink of my eye, today just flies by and turns into tomorrow. Today seems to last all year. But when looking back, tomorrow just became yesterday. It's so easy to forget to enjoy the time spent when we're caught in the fray of this day-to-day. So easy to lose your way, to forget things needed to say, trying to stay on the path as the deck of life's days gets shuffled along the way. Round and round go this merry-go-round. As today slips away, even faster shall tomorrow. The path that was widening no longer is widening, but now it narrows. There's no fear, no despair, but a love-filled hope for tomorrow shall fill the air. Thank you.
Good evening. The title of my piece that I'll be doing tonight is called Choices. I was alone and no one seemed to care. I searched anywhere and everywhere for acceptance. I didn't call out for help because I'd never learned how to openly speak or communicate my frustrated feelings of fear, insecurity, or low self-esteem. By my teenage years, I was emotionally bankrupt, not understanding or caring anymore about my own life. I lost my moral way, and I began to treat others like I felt, like objects and not people. But see, I met someone who became the candle in my life, who took the time to teach me what the real meaning of choice means. That just because I was a victim of my past, that does not give me a right to act irresponsible to those I hurt. Instead, I could choose to teach, to heal and teach. And I could choose to heal and teach. And I must be for those who trudge the path, who are trudging through, because the choices we make today will determine our tomorrows. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mamie Black, and the title of my piece is called Seen and Not Heard. When I called myself living as husband and wife, it was my end, thinking I was in a lifestyle that I imagined in my head. I was the responsible one, making sure the money was coming in, that the food was on the table, and the cupboards were not bare. But oh, what games they played. They were not going to put in as much as me. I guess they felt they had it made. This is a safe haven. I was letting myself get high and let them say, here's some dope I'm going to sell. And I was never given a dime. Now I'm sprung on him and the dope. I'm alone. I'm the one forgotten, not seen or heard. Can I go with you? No. Do you love me? No. Can you help me? No. Are you giving me a word of encouragement? No. Now I'm sick from abuse and neglect, feeling pity for myself. Talk nothing of the slow self-esteem. But if I say no, then I'm really not seen. It's definitely a wrap. Because they don't want me anyway. But at least I know the real facts. I was not seen or heard. Thank you.
Greetings. My name is David Gomez, and the name of my piece is How Bright Is Your Light? The walk of life begins through our struggles, our failures, our achievements. Every experience dims our light or brightens our light. How bright is your light? We are all born with that light, some brighter than others. What is that light? Where does that light come from? How bright is your light? In our journey through life, when we fail and fall, our light dims, so cold, so dark, so lonely. Where is everyone? Why so sad? Finding that spark, hope. How bright is your light? Every challenge to endure, one go at a time, one by one, a smile to preserve. Helping others, the light grows brighter and brighter. A smile, attracting others, ever growing. I ask you, how bright is your light? Thank you.
Woo, boy, that's so good, isn't it? Are y'all having fun? That's right, that's right. Hey, my name is Michael Williams, and I just want to welcome you tonight. I would just like to say I'm a proud graduate and alumni of the Los Angeles Mission. Thank you, thank you. And I'm also an alumni student of Urban Possibilities. In fact, I've taken every class, every program that they had to offer. And let me explain something to you. My life has never been the same since. And now I am an ambassador for the Urban Possibilities program. Nevertheless, this is not about me. We have a very special treat for you this evening. He was our first musical guest, and he continues to be our very favorite. He is an international performer, a master of his instrument, and a jazz legend. Okay? His latest CD is Each Time I Think of You, a tribute to the music of Donald Byrd and Pepper Adams. We are so very lucky and blessed to have him here. So if you would, with me, give a warm welcome for the incomparable and the Clarion recording artist, Dale Fielder.
Let's give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that fantastic? Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Badonna. Oh, you've been the subject of many emails, Jarvis. And I'd like to share with you my message to the world. I love to sing in the choir, which is scary for most choir directors because I really like to belt it out, singing loud with all my heart. But the problem is, most times I'm miles away from the key, their key. But one thing I know for sure is that every person has the gift of beautiful music inside. It's your very soul. It's who you are. Dr. Wayne Dyer once said, "Don't let your music die inside of you." He said, don't die with your music still inside of you. This voice that you have inside of you is capable of many things. It can scream and shout. It can laugh or cry. But most importantly, it sings a special song that only you can hear and only you can make heard. Dr. Wayne Dyer's words inspired me. So I want to encourage all of you that whether in the choir or in the congregation, whether on key or off key, whether somewhere around the key or nowhere in the vicinity of the key like me, to sing your song. Sing your song. Don't let your song die inside. While you still have breath, sing. You better sing. Sing. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Giovanni Ayala. This is Chasing Rainbows. Questions, conversations raging in my mind. Who am I? Use me, God, use me. Show me how amazing I am. In the midst of the storm raging inside of me, warring against the odds of what is to be and what I will become. I bottled my tears inside the duct of my eyes. When will I be an instrument? And when will I be happy? I know that God didn't make junk. I have to honor myself and just get out of this funk. Through the power of my imagination, I'm casting down clouds of negative thoughts, chasing down rainbows after the storm. And then I keep asking myself, how did I ever get to Skid Row? My crossroads of hope. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dimson Velasco, the freeway of life. On the freeway of life, I was driving too fast. Pedal to the metal each and every time. Like a race car driver, I speed past everyone. No passengers, just me, driving to places I wanted to be. I drove here and I drove there. I drove everywhere, constantly. One day, it hit me. The long drives got to me. I was alone and I was sad, tired, weary, sleepless, and hungry. The tires on my wheels were bald, ready to explode. Then I realized I was not driving to any destinations. All this time, I was driving away from my destiny. I was moving away from my responsibilities. I looked in a rearview mirror, and I saw no cars behind me. I looked ahead, and I saw nothing but a long road ahead of me, miles and miles of road ahead of me. Then I looked down. My gas tank is on empty. How? How did I get stuck on the freeway of life with no one next to me? How did I get stuck on the freeway of life with no one around me? Just me on the freeway of life. Thank you.
Hola, buenas noches. Hello, good evening. My name is Dolores de Guzman, and the title of my piece is Heroism. As an effect of my childhood memories in the Philippines, I used to associate the word hero with those brave men and women who gave their life for their country, fighting invaders for freedom or independence. In our own everyday life, we all are called to be heroes, and we do not have to die doing heroic acts. Heroism for me is about overcoming my limitations by making the best out of the situation, especially the tough ones. Sometimes, being a hero is forced upon us. As a child, I was sickly and skinny. But once during a fire, I heard those around me say, "She is the child we need. She is light and small. She can climb through the hole in the ceiling to open the door before the fire consumes the house." I just did what was asked of me, and people called me brave. As I think about it now, I sort of have identified myself with those brave men and women. A hero, I told myself. Thank you.
My name is Nathaniel Dearman, and my piece is titled When I Write. I feel a sense of earnestness for the plight of people everywhere. I have to help people, lead them to Jesus, writing the words to come from God. There's power to heal the destitute and the brokenhearted. Words that will emancipate humanity, liberating them from bondage by the hand of the enemy. Renewed strength, supernatural fervor. It's not about me. I write words that supply sanctuary to the multitudes. Words that shepherd lost sheep along the fields of life. This is what happens when I write. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daryl Clay, and I'd like to read to you a poem to Daryl. The emotional and spiritual strain in your search for empty gain. It's time to let go. You were meant to be made whole. No more blaming your dad for why your life is so sad.
For in flesh you chose to rejoice. Of your own free will, you made that choice. No more blaming the evil one when you forsake God's only Son. For is it really worth the price for a miserable, lonely, dead-end paradise? Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Alejandra Anaya, and the name of my piece is Beautiful People. Don't you see what I see? Listen, the unspoken words of beautiful people dwelling in pain and silence, dropping cold ice in tears of abandonment, just facing the moment. Without knowing boundaries in our path, I came here hopeless and helpless, on heels and handcuffs. With no love in my eyes, no romance in my love songs. I was just destroying to a breaking point, not knowing how to get home. I patiently sat on that chair, and began a journey like any of you on that bench. Humbling myself, I let go the flesh. I let go the tortured thoughts. Hand by hand, finding myself in each one of you, while locking eyes with all of you and on those morning walks. By now, the handcuffs are gone. I took off the heels and touched the ground. I don't know your name, and I know you will forget my face. But the limitless dreams are attached to each one of you in my heart. Thank you.
Good evening. My name used to be Anthony Tate Jr., but now my name is Anthony Tate Sr. Now that's another story. And I wrote this piece when I was having an issue with my son, who is here today. Now he is Anthony Tate Jr. This piece is called When I Was Like You. When I was like you, full of youth, I didn't care. I wore my hat to the back, but I never did sag. Never thought it was masculine to have my rear end exposed to the air. When I was like you couldn't tell me a thing. No father plus half a mother equals, how can you feel my pain? 16, I'm on my own, now I'm grown, so I'll do things my way. Death before dishonor, make sure you stay in your lane. When I was like you, to tell the truth, it was my thoughts and my attitude that brought along my bad habits, the cigarettes, weed, and booze, disrespecting women like I heard in songs, thinking it was cool. With no knowledge of self, I couldn't love me, so how could I love you? When I was like you, it brought me to Ionia, Michigan, a city where most of its buildings is nothing more than prisons. Ionia, Michigan. Ionia, Michigan. When them wall-like doors closed behind me, I could only think, look at this mess I'm in Ionia, in Ionia. Say it with me slow, I own ya. The CO said the name Tony Tate was no longer mine. Issue me my state blues with my state shoes. Now my new name is 215279. They said no matter how far I go or how long it's been, I'll never get that number out of my mind. Property of Ionia, Michigan. Property of Ionia, Michigan. They told me I own ya. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Satan, you can keep that lie. Now I'm no longer like you. May have dug a hole for myself, but I knew it's time for me to strap up my boots, open up my eyes, and separate the lies from the truth. For that April 14th, God blessed me with you, my son. On my day of release, Ionia said to me, "You'll be back." That was December of 1993, and I'll say it now like I said it then. Don't you believe that? So humble yourself, my son, and let me help you. Take hold of my outstretched hand so I can pull you through, so places like Ionia will never claim you. Thank you.
So I want to know, how'd you like your gift? Hey, how'd you like your gift? Let them feel it. They gave you their whole heart tonight. Did you like your gift? That's right. So I have to, an evening like this happens because of a lot of people. And it happens because people work together and because of collaboration and because they give with love. And so first and foremost, we want to thank our partner, the Los Angeles Mission. Let them hear it. This is an incredible place. And we also want to thank our guys in the booth. Give them a wave back there. We want to thank our sponsors, Aon Corporation. Thank you, Shar. Jean Krikorian, our first donor, and she gives every year. This program is here because she gives. Put your hand up, Jean. Jean also designs some of our materials, and she does it. She's an amazing designer, and she does it as a gift. So, Jean, thank you. We all thank you so much. We want to thank our board of directors and our amazing volunteers. Volunteers, raise your hands. They're in here somewhere or in the other room. And we want to thank our great crew, Rami and his wife, Shara around here. And we want to say a very, very special thanks to the Geffen Playhouse. They're the newest addition to our teaching team, and they came here week after week to make sure our students were ready for the stage, and they were ready, weren't they? Thank you, Alexis and Connor and Jessica. And now from all of us to all of you, thank you so much for being here. And good night. Oh, and I forgot one very important sponsor. Sorry about that. And I even had paper, right? I want to thank Jamie is here from Poets and Writers, who supports our program. They're one of our sponsors. They do that with a grant from the James Irvine Foundation. Please give it up for Poets and Writers. Thank you very much, and good night. Oh, and Dale Fielder. Thank you, Dale. Good night.